Guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, you were probably expecting to see me yesterday and let me tell you what happened. Okay, I started to film and I started to sew and I completely messed it up so many times I can't even tell you. And then I finally got it right, and then I realized that I'd sewn the pages but I hadn't sewn it to this spine. Oh dear. So let me start from the very beginning so that you guys can catch up with what I didn't show you yesterday. Okay, so what I did was I created a 2.5 inch extra spine here, which we're going to sew our signatures onto. Now when you create your spine, you want to make sure that it's easily divided by 5, because I'm a centimetre girl, as you know, so inches just, you know, it just throws me. So you make sure that it's divided by 5 so that you get 4 lines that you can draw in. And when I say divided, you're dividing the width by 5. Okay, so once you've done that, you need to mark it, your 4 marks along here, 4 marks along here, and 4 marks along here. And you're going to also make sure that you split your spine into quarters. Now when you're doing a normal journal, you would make this mark here over this side about 1 inch from the end, and the same here. But because it's a junk journal and I have small pages, I actually sew mine right on 1/4, 1/2 and 1/4, or 3/4, 1/2 and 1/4. And the reason I do that is I want to make sure I catch most of the pages in this sewing. Okay, everyone else will tell you to go center and then 1/2 inch from the end. Okay, but that's the reason I've done that. Now when you've done that, you're going to pierce holes here, 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 where the lines transect. Okay, and you should end up with this one with 12 holes. Okay, no, sorry, 16 holes, I beg your pardon, 16 holes. Now when you've done that, that is what you're going to sew on, and eventually we will glue it into our journal. So we're going to try again. We are going to have a go at sewing a signature. This might go horribly wrong. I've tidied up my pages, I've made sure they're all where I want them to be, and I do not worry about anything sticking out. Okay, some people trim and make it all neat. I'm not bothered, it's my junk journal. I'm then going to take some thread, and what I've done is I've used this guide. This is how I do it. I line it up where I want the pages to sit, and I mark the spine of each of my signatures. You can see here I've done the same thing here. I've marked the spine where I want them to sit. Not everybody does it like that. They produce templates and things to help them, you know, make sure it's all neat. I don't do that for a junk journal. Okay, I just eyeball it. It's fine. Just lay them all on top, mark them all the way down, pierce your holes through, right the way through your signatures, and you're ready to go. Okay guys, I have just messed this up again for the 3rd time, and it's driving me slightly loopy. I don't know if it's recording it on camera. I can normally do it, but as soon as I turn that camera on, it just goes horribly wrong. And you can probably see I've messed up my pages more times than I care to mention. This page has even come loose. Right, I'm going to try, guys, for you. I'm definitely going to try for you. I am going to go in the back of this spine. Make sure I've got the front. There's my front. So I'm going to go in the center of this spine on the 1st line. Okay, don't want that spinning round. You can mark this top and bottom if it makes it easier for you, but I'm just going to go for it because I've messed around enough today and yesterday, so I just need to get it done. My page is wobbly there. I'm alright with it. This is just a test one. So at this point I'm going to put this thread just underneath here so that it stays nice and tight, and I can pull it taut. So this is the end of the thread which is going in there. Okay, I do hate filming this. I think it's a psychological thing. Just getting paranoid about how bad I am at sewing. So that's come the wrong way round now. That's it. Okay, we're just going to pull that tight. Now, once you've done that, you're going up to the top hole. Okay, Mine has moved, but that's typical because it's been messed around with too much. And now I don't know where my holes are. Ouch. And I've just pricked my finger. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was clever. And I've got the thumb guard on rather than the finger. And then we're going to put it through that top hole. Oh, goodness me. I'm always doing that as well. And pull through. I don't put blood on my journal. That would be very pleasant for the person that purchased it. Oh dear, I'm going to put it back on that finger now. And then when I've done that, I'm going to skip the middle again. I'm going to skip the middle and I'm going to come down to the last hole and put my thread through there. And I'm going to go straight back in through the signature in that last hole down here. And as I say, forgive my rip pages, I'll sort that out in a second. When I've done that, I'm going to go back through the center, avoiding that thread that I've already done, because if you go through the thread you find you won't be able to pull anything tight. So make sure you avoid the thread that you've already put in. Don't put your needle through it like I've just done there. And we're going to pull the needle out, and at this point I'm going to pull everything nice and taut. Here we go, like so. Okay, now when I've done that, I'm going to pop off this piece here and I'm going to pull that tight. I'm going to run, this is the end of the thread that I've just taken off. I'm going to run my needle under there, pull my needle off, and now I'm going to create a nice knot. I'm just going to take that off. Okay, and then you're going to do that for all 4 signatures. Okay, I'm going to leave the strings hanging for a second until I decide if I'm going to put charms on. You can see this is not the best sewing in the world. Okay, you can do better, but I'm a learner and I hate doing it on camera for some reason. I can sew really well on my own, but when I do it on camera I just mess it up. Okay, so let's take these off, and you'll see that it is now attached to the spine, nice and neat. Okay, in fact I will cut those off because I'm not going to do any charms because it's just going to be stuck down. It's a bit different from my other journal. So yeah, and then once you get all 4 in, you can glue this in to your journal. So I am going to do that off camera now, guys, because there are so many tutorials much better than me that can actually show you how to do the 3-stitch sewing, and I'm just hopeless at it on camera. So I'm going to come back to you when I've sewn those in, and then we'll look at what we're doing next. Okay guys, I think I'm done. I've pricked my finger about 4 times. I have cursed, but not in camera. In my head. And yeah, I've gone through some wrong holes, and this is why I really find bookbinding difficult. I never really enjoy this part. I find this really hard to do. Just do your best. You've seen how difficult I find it. I didn't put a video up yesterday because of it. Yeah, I do not find it easy at all. Now, my junk journals, as you know, they're all different pages. There's not any trimming or anything, but later on, if you wanted to, you could trim any pieces that you don't like the look of. So, the next bit, I'm just going to move you in the right position. In the process of moving you, I actually stopped the video. So, at this point, we need to get some really strong glue. So, I'm looking for my 3-in-1. Whoops. And we're going to smother. In fact, you could, if you wanted to, you could use the big tape. In fact, I think probably for quickness I'm going to do that, because my tape's quite wide, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to place that there, get some of my thick tape, put it right down the center, and then I'll use my 3-in-1 down the sides. That's probably the best way of doing it. And a quick snip with my scissors, if I can grab hold of them amongst the mess that is now my desk. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on there, just simply because I've got it on my desk and it's handy for making the cover. I'm going to just rub that down with my bone folder, and then I'll take this off, but I'll also put some glue just down the edges as well. Move that little edge in. Okay, oh sorry guys, I'm really all fingers and thumbs today. Okay, so I'm just going to put some extra glue, whoop, just down the sides here, so that this sticks really well. A little bit on the edges there where the tape is. And now I've done that, all I need to do is get this right into the center of my spine, like so, and just hold it in place. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to open one signature and run my bone folder down. I've still got a bigger gap than I would have liked, but I am learning, so maybe it will fill up as I mess around with the journal and as the person uses it. Okay, I am going to leave that to dry, but that is basically your journal in. I'm going to leave it there, guys. It's just too stressful to sew in. I just hate it so much. But I really wanted to show you just, you know, what it's like for a beginner, because I am a beginner and I just, oh, I hate it. That's why I end up doing the whole method with the elastic. But anyway, I hope that's been a little bit helpful. There are plenty of videos that do it much better than myself. But, you know, it is sewn in. This one's really wonky. But, you know, look. I'll just show you that. Oh, dear. That's not so good. But it's fine. You know, it's fine for a junk journal. I'm sure that with practice I'll get better. But I just don't enjoy it one bit. So, I just seem to mess it up all the time. So, I just put a bit of glue there while I'm here. So, yeah, that's why I tend to do the removable pages, kind of, you know, with the elastic, and leave it at that, because I am horrible at it. I will keep practicing though. I think that's the key, to practice on, you know, rough paper, and just keep going. But anyway, my darlings, that is all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to have a really nice long hot bath and a glass of wine. Oh dear. Take care of yourselves. I may not see you tomorrow. I have to take my car in for a service, so I'll hopefully have time to film a video. But if I don't, then I will see you the day after tomorrow, on Thursday. Take care of yourselves, guys. Bye bye.